Watch Dogs is a generic open-world Ubisoft game on the worst spectrum. This time, the gimmick is hacking, which only works on predetermined spots and feels limited because this game doesn't allow you to properly combine multiple hacks at once. Did you know that this is my 5th attempt to review Watch Dogs? That was half a year ago, but I still got all my footage, so here it is. Watch Dogs for Wii U. The best version. Running on a fluent 22 frames per second, the Wii U version is definitely the version to play Watch Dogs. As it has been released about half a year after the other versions, doesn't offer the story DLC, and doesn't include any DLC that has been released at that point. Although you can't shoot from within your car or motorcycle, the shooting does work well and features a total of about 7 different weapons with many different skins. So what you could do is to buy the strongest weapons from the shops and then ignore the entire system after that. Playing chess was the most fun I had in Watch Dogs, but what did I do when I played the game as always? Well, I did fucking sports while playing Watch Dogs because of how simple and monotonous the game is. But what about the story then? Surely a game with this much focus on its world and its story would put the most effort into them. Right? Long story short, the story doesn't make sense and can't even keep track of its own plot twists. This is further elevated by Chicago, the city in which this game takes place, which just feels lifeless and empty. Seriously, no protests or active rebels against total surveillance? In Chicago of all places? It might be because the authors thought they could just create a new world, but that only works if you do something with it. Watch Dogs never goes into the topics of the real danger of total surveillance, or tells any interesting stories with it. I mean, that would require that the authors even understand how the basics of hacking work. It definitely isn't possible to blow up a lighthouse bulb with a goddamn mobile phone. Not to mention that there isn't a single goddamn car or citizen on the streets, while Chicago has a total blackout. So what is the police doing in the meantime? They have nothing better to do than to chase you! In the middle of a total blackout! The police in general suffers from GTA 3 syndrome, a game from 2001. They only wait for you to make a mistake, and when you do, they sure as hell bring the entire precinct to get a piece of your ever same trench coat wearing magical ass. But hey, on the positive side, I saw 1 fire truck in 37 hours of playtime. And I also saw several citizens who were waiting for a bus that just frankly doesn't exist. Kinda like GTA Vice City, a game from 2002. Of course, not everything is bad in Watch Dogs. Some of the songs you can unlock for your magic wand are awesome and really fit the game and the setting of Chicago. The landmarks are very interesting and half of the minigames are the best parts of the game. The enemy AI is at least not incompetent, and the amount of optional content in this game is massive. Just like most generic open world Ubisoft games. Doing that optional content gives you arbitrary rewards. So yeah, it's literally the Ubisoft formula in its most painful form. That's already it. Okay. Where was I? Making it short, I'm giving Watch Dogs for Wii U a 3 out of 10. A game that takes itself so deadly serious should at least be capable of telling a consistent story. It's painfully mediocre and has flaws. It doesn't even try to be anything but that. And that's unfortunate. Watch Dogs could have been great, but it was ruined by the Ubisoft formula.